Tak, doufám, že všechno funguje, jak má. To huláka. Tak jo. A budu rád, když nějak pokročím už. Co mám za úkol? Bez svíčky. To je asi rychlejší.
What are you up to now?
Zakázaný les. Kvákající kytky. A musím do toho zakázaného lesa, nebo co? Jop. Nebezpečí. Bezpečí. Ale. Tak dobrý. Dávám mě pak na koště. No já bych třeba akorát snížil FPS. Je to. A nepotřebuju to zrovna tohle hernout na maximum. Hlavně si to drží stabilní 60 fps. Kurva, co to bylo? No to je Jackův odpočinek. Ale tady je... Most a svíčky. Počkám na toho Jacka. Odcestuju sem. Tady je jeden most a tady je druhý most. Tady jsou svíčky. Možná budou toho správného mostu. Je tento asi nebude. Tady jsou svíčky. Jsou. Kde tu máme další most? Tady to určitě nebude. Tady. Nebo tady. Nebo tady. Otočit. A pojď na stranu, takže. Ne. Tak. A proč to tak? Tak ne, tam by už. Mám trošku orientaci na hovno. Jo. Jaký most? Ale nevidím tu svíčky. Jak jedeme? A tam jsem byl, ne? Ale tu jo, tady svíčky. Ne. Kurva, který most to byl. Brdavické to asi nebude, že jo? No. Haló, co tu svíčky? Aj piču. Podvíčka tajlice. Tady to je cestě se tam kam. A de facto. Buď tady ten most. Nevím, to nejde handu. Tak narazím na nějaké most, budu se dívat, jestli... Nejde tady svíčky.
I dream of making a better world for me. They come after me. Pick up like a nogtail.
Good luck. Tak, nějaký pytlačisko v lese. Dáme řeka. Dík za kůži.
Expelliarmus!
I'm out before I find you. Don't you dare slay one of my own! What have you done?
Your poaching days are over.
Tak tady aspoň jako kořist. Taky drobný. Pět. On to vyhrál teda. Tady nezbylo ani hovno, kurva.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It took the cunning of a Slytherin to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Go. Oh.
Expelligo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Nothing to do now.
Nevím, co to zajímá být, jako. Co to značí? Ne.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Jestli bych chtěl okočit kubinku, tak...
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags.
Dobrý.
There it is, just as Jackdaw described.
Revelio.
Intramuros.
Over here! Aren't you a little far from home? Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Move of a coward. Accio.
I won't rest.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Uvidíme.
I wonder how big this place is.
Hodně velký.
Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
Každá drobná koruna
Wonder
se ví.
if any of my spells will help me through this.
Incendio.
Jen repárovat potřebuju, tady uvidíme.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso.
Touch those. Ugh.
Protego. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Protego.
Jaký drobný. Rukavičky. Až level 12. Tak jo. Fajn potom. Prase se v tom nevyzná.
That platform ought to be able to float straight to me.
Zatrhlo?
Accio. Incendio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight.
Další rukavice. Asi aspoň lepší. A
But I may as well help myself to this.
Accio.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
další rukavičky. Já už mám ty talenty, nebo ještě nemám? To od kdy? Jak dá je vy? Treba všechno prohledat, všechno. Ano.
Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I. Remarkable.
Je tu něco? Taky drobný. Tam pavouci, kurva. Ale truhla. A tam bude něco dobrého.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
Accio.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Accio. Potato. Accio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Incendio. Incendio. Accio.
A je ještě taky něco.
Incendio.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw.
Tak musím něco povězovat.
search of this cave.
Dostal jsem nějakou výbavu? A když můžu aspoň pročistit to trochu.
Incendio. Exportago. Accio. Incendio. Potato.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
Incendio.
No se stejně nedost. Kde je skipl?
Accio.
Byl? No.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw.
Ta šála.
Behind for me, but where could he be?
Oh, je nechal.
Accio.
Je drobný.
Revelio. Accio.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Kavičky. Level 12. Ty jsou slabší.
Accio.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Ani rukavice, ty vole.
Accio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight.
To slabší.
But I may as well help myself to this.
Al? Ale to už se vracím. Já se přece nechci vracet, že jo?
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These
Oh.
can't help the heritage of Jackdaw.
Incendio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Expelliarmus. Levioso.
A kurva.
Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Ah!
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Jo, tam byly ty brejle akorát. A to bude dobře prodat ty zuby. Nic jiného z nich nepadá jako. Prozatím.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. I'll need to look around for the symbol.
Ale no zase ty gargi, nebo jak se jim nadává.
Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is, the map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
Accio. Potato. Levioso. Levioso. Accio.
Oh.
Levioso. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
What? That's unnerving. What's happening? I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
Revelio.
Where am I?
So.
Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Can it be?
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
And صدقوا. Kita kouzlo, no. Taky tady. Vez. Trificus. Prawiec. A.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
No, některé hry jsou lepší hra na gamepadu. Je to má vibrace a tak.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
Accio!
Asi. Tady ne. Není špatný. Ne. Kdybych měl mít ty nový sady, ne?
You need to learn the pulso, the charm, useful for pushing objects or others.
Nemám toho moc. Asi těším hlavně na tady ty. O, tak je dobrá. Luci. O.
Away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Veselý, nazdar. Hele, v rámci možností to jde. Hele, 3D létání. Tu si zaletět na košky.
Revelio.
Jako, to je ještě poměrně daleko, ale... Ale není to asi taková hruza už.
Revelio.
Protože dneska nejezdíš nikde na kole.
Accio.
No, pojedeš. To. Nic, jdem si zalítat na košťátku. Tak si musím nějaký koupit. Mám. Je 1500 nebo... Kolik mám vůbec peněz? Asi s tím inventáři. Ne? Tady stránky. Dostný dopis. Mhm. Jo, kurva. No. Mám 8% hry, takže jako... Žádná hitparáda. Já jsem chtěl vědět 70, no. Málo. A má málo.
Everybody grab a broom and we shall get started.
Dáme hek?
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Hello.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely. As broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up,
Up.
up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Up.
A prší.
One leg over, so there's a
Okay,
leg on
okay.
each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
A sedni.
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
Wish I had my own broom. This'll take some getting used to.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
Aha! Brilliant!
Oh.
The old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
Letím, já letím. Do šťátku letím.
Whoa. Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Ha! Good. I've got this.
Oh, well done. Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Slytherin like you might be interested in making an escape from class?
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today.
Já bych z toho koštěte spadl, tyva.
Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Proč rychlej, Alta.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And Meowlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here. And where have you two been? Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Yeah.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then?
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Huh? Košťátko by se hodilo.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare?
Sebastiane, co tam máš? Odstrkování předmětu, no. Fringo. Oh. Bude. Tady mám víc kouzel. Náročnou zásilku.
Some illicit spell practice. Meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Světl poštu, ne? Já vím. A potřebuji si vydělat prašu. Tak chci do prasinek. Tohle mám na Steamu. Vím. No to znamená za levnější peníz. Dneska už se to dá sehnat relativně levně, jako. Já už jsem to kupoval tenkrát, já vím, za 4 kg, ale... Žádné los tragédus. Je mrknu. Jako dá se to i z Piráti, mě to stralo, hlavně když jsem třeba přeinstaloval komp nebo tak, prostě tak jsem tam měl ty uložené pozice a tak. Páně, kolik stojí? Já nevím, 600. No, co? A to je na tím CD keys. Tam je to trošku levnější než na Steamu. Pokud zrovna na Steamu to není třeba v nějaké super akci. Achievementy. Počkej. Legacy, podpora. Zhrnoutí poslední hry. Odemkli jste 6/45, no, mám 6 achievementů odemklých. Mám tady Talent of the Speeding, The Toast of the Town, Can't Sense of Spell, Troll with the Punches, asi v prasinkách trollové, něco. First Class Student, The Short Who Make Entrance, nebo co. Takže jo, achievementy normálně fungují. Tak ono to bylo, že jako nezasahuje do souboru té hry. Ty vlastně jenom skopíruješ jeden soubor navíc, jo, a ono to začne prostě z nějakého důvodu prostě čistý soubor ty texty, ale nepřepisuje žádný soubory hry.
Be of any assistance at all.
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help with a delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument. Constantly complaining about the quality of my stock. And how can I maintain excellence when she orders so often, giving me no time to brew? If you take
Jako achievementy se mě třeba nenačítají. Načítají? Hearts of Iron? Určitě se načítají v tým. Když hraju s češtinou Skyrim.
I'd be happy to help with the delivery.
You've no idea how grateful I am, truly. Here are the invisibility potions she requested.
Potřebujeme
Hopefully she won't
prachy.
give you too much trouble. She's a talented potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
Revelio.
By měla jít do 13. levelu. Já se chci podívat. Jo, když si chci ochočit nějaký ty zvířata. A já jsem se chtěl podívat. A motýly. Já se podívat na košťátka. Kolik koštují?
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close Spintwitches?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals are overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Na koště? Kolik to koštuje?
What are we looking for today?
Ještě mi chybí.
That item is of the highest quality.
To je pěkné. Jako ohnivá prdel. Prašnama. A lucerno.
That item is of the highest quality.
Další lucerno. Tyko, tady to ohnivý. To vypadá dobře. Ale 600, ty vole. Mám prodat, že jo?
Nice doing business with you.
Ještě nevím, co je. Musím všechno hned ničit, že? Tady prodat. Já? Tady legendárky. Já nevím, co v tom je, jestli to bude nějaké pláž nebo něco. Zjistím, až v té komnatě potřebuje nebo co. Nebo já mám peněz. Jestli mi to bude jako šťátko. Ohnivý temperament. Mám.
You'll be thrilled with that,
Dík.
I promise you. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Dík. Ten dostal zaplacený. Mrkenky, třenka štětum.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Jsi za děvčicu?
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine Willardsey. Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it.
Lítající motýly.
I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the forbidden
Budeme
forest.
lovit
Good
motýly.
luck.
A dar. Máme co za úkol vůbec aktivní? Motýly ne. Náročná zásilka. Tady se lítat nemůžem. LV.
Quite the flyer.
Dívej, jako šťátka. Letím, už letím. To jsem myslím ještě nebyl, tyva. Jo. Ne, tam jsem nebyl. No tak aspoň, že mám to koště už. Pěšky by se mě teda nechtělo tam mít. Jak lítání. Podobný, když vím, No Man's Sky taky zmačkneš nějakou kombinaci tlačítek, letíš rychlejš. Akorát tam není ještě ta třetí, tě to už vystřelí úplně kam. Tady bude nějaký rychlý cestování. To je hodně, no. A už asi budu dělat pomaličku oběd.
That Pippin should have been here by now. Always late, that Pippin.
Madam Luang, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
Why do you keep ordering from him if you think the quality to be inferior?
It would seem I have more and more customers who are trying to stay out of sight. I'm not one to judge. You can simply imagine the stress I'm under to deliver quality products. Unlike some vendors, I strive to keep my customers satisfied.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
Lektor neviditelnosti. Mám vzít. Blbé.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today?
Nebo...
Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Máme tady latex. Latex.
Could it be
Máme.
a Merlin trial?
Tak, teď už to vezmeme kratší cestou. No já jdu na Gear of Wars. Já. To seš hodné, že si mě necháš puštěnýho na mobilu. Každá kačka brá.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we?
I delivered the potions to Fatima Loang.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
Nothing to worry about. I handled it.
Glad to hear it. And thank you again for your help.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Pippin.
Likewise. Worth every bit of that delivery fee to have someone capable deal with that witch.
Best of luck with your potions, Mr. Pippin.
Do take care.
Klobáček. A ještě se dostal 3 kila. Přidává obranu. Ty pičava. Říkám drsný klobouk, tyva. Řík se špičatým kloboukem, tyva. Máme dál za úkol. Za motýly. Letový test. U naší lásky. Depulzo. To potřebuji. Získej a použij lektvar soustředění. Získej lektvar maxima a Dorus a použije souč. Lektvar soustředění a lektvar maxima a Edourus použij současně. Nemám to? Edorus. Lektor Maxima. Sice nemám, ale teoreticky je můžu někde koupit, že jo? Stojí k Oleandrovi. Tady jsem byl vlastně u Pipina. Jdem zpět.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
Elixir jsou.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Edorus mám.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Tak. Kurva, drahý jak svině. To jo, člověk si to může vyrobit sám, ale... Ale zahrát si to můžeš. To není to takový problém. Takže tady mám ty úkoly. Harpa, získej a použij lektvar soustředění. Tak jo. To by bylo. Ne? A Maxima a Edorus současně. Jak to tam bylo? Maxima a Edorus nebo Edorus a Maxima? Jo, to je asi jedno. Maxima už je současný. To jsou věci, které jako má uvařit a Maxima Edorus.
Excellent.
Ze mě šutrák. Tak, nějaký úkoly další. Komnata nejvyšší potřeby, komfringo. To je byt. To není tady někde. Jo, já vlastně nepotřebuji už. Papa Bradavic. Mně se nám líbí, že je to hodně jako udělaný podle toho filmu, no.
Half a bottle of flabbergasted leech, stirred clockwise.
Revelio.
Rebellion.
Sharp is so intimidating.
Yeah.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander.
Depulso.
You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here.
Depulso, to zas odhodíš. Lumos.
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Tebe? Jo. Dík. Co tu máme dál? Ve stínu pod krví, motýly, letový test, pásky, nejvyšší potřeby. Taky dostanu, ale pod kroví, bestia, nebo. To ty vrata, ne? Jak se ty zavírají. Henry Propr. Tady není. Tady máme. Je úkolíček.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small,
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course. confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
I very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you
Jo,
get
a už 2 hodiny hraju.
I shall be forever in your debt.
Masakr.
Hidden herbology corridor.
Ale teď nevím to vylinkařit. Jo, teď. Na posera počká.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defindo, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
To je na chodba v hodinách.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them is an understatement.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really?
Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic, but you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like
Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
That's it!
I think I've got it.
Well done.
Jo, a ještě bych mohl si upravit talenty, že jo? No, to... Černá magie, co tu máme? Až na 16. No, kladeb zatím ještě nepotřebuji. Ale to mistrovský bingo. Pravit. Hrozně těžké jde zvládat.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me about the port key and Gringotts and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Assim, tam jsem dostal ještě nějaký dopis. Findo. To. Hele, kurva, ten lektvar neviditelnosti nemohl být před kým, ty vole? Když jsem si ho dával? Je to babo? Hromovara. Nemám. Findo. Je to nějaký důležitý kouzlo? Nejzlý.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Chudák Sebastian. To furt dostává do jakých průserů. Tam do komnaty nejvyšší patří v Bradovicích. Takže si můžu stavět vlastní výsnustku. Já to teda nějak využívat nebudu. Ale mám tam nějakou věc, kterou bych chtěl prozkoumat. A to potřebuji nějaký speciální stůl. A to nandu jenom tam.
Oi, can you help me?
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Following a Hogwarts treasure map? Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Yeah. Teď jít hlavním příběhem.
Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
Leviosa. Revelio.
Here then, eh?
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Oh,
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Ježišmarja.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness! My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to.
Some of us are trying to rest.
Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Incendio!
No, podpalovat jsem to tady nechtěl. Moje brýličky. Level 14. Ještě chvíli počkám.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon Accio and find out.
Hmm.
Accio.
Huh. Hmm.
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Pustý.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified.
Ora. Let's identify.
Will be an invaluable resource.
Tím jak posrané teď je. Je zrbené, tyva.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained,
A
they can also be
moonstone mam
collected by
dost.
vanishing. You can in...
Kouzlo pro květináče.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Deke hasn't seen this.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more
Ale v té době...
Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to
Napočítal bych...
Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
No tak 1800. No začátkem 19. století.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed
No začátkem 20. století.
do see me after class.
Deke thinks
Nebylo to tady nějak specifikovaný. Čarový podlahové dekorace. A něco tady uděláme, jako... Jinak tady nějak moc využívat nebudu, akorát se tady zandu vždycky. Jak se to otáčí? Nástěny dekorace. Taky obrazy.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on.
Ale ve výsledku je to jedno, v jaké době se to odehrává.
To customize any conjured item.
Ale Brumbal tam ještě
Change
není.
the colours, patterns and styles of your furniture to suit
Ani
your
Voldemort,
taste. Let's get
ani
started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the
Grindelwald,
altering spell.
ani nikdo z nich. Takže je to ještě starší doba.
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it. Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience?
Of course.
Za chvíľu si pôjde na tie langoše.
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
Tady si vlastně můžeš de facto stavět, co chceš. To je soukromé flek.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
A 14. level. Talenty. Můžu i běžet. To je hodně, protože jedna mise to bude vyžadovat. A teď už bych rád docela vypadl. Guardium Leviosa získy a použij oponici jedovatou. Získy a použij Mandragoru, navíc se nepřátel současní. zas taky quality, vole. Už mám 10%, kurně. To si člověk musí umět toho paletu kouzel, ale rozhodně bych se chtěl naučit ty zakázaný. Někdo nasere, jak ho zabiju, je to.
I think I'll go for a quick sprint on my broom.
Si vzpomenu, jak bych tady tu místnost viděl i v tom filmu. Profesor Phineas, Nigellus. Obrana proti černé magii.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
King Usable.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And the portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising.
To je hvězdná soustava, tyjo.
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest.
If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I do recall seeing the memory, but I don't remember all of the details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Tak. Základ by byl. Tady to uložíme. Aj kurva. Já jsem dal load, vole, místo uložení. 15. Jo.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation.
Je ve věži. Tady jsme toto zdá uložit. Tak. Tím to asi pro dnešek balím. A možná ještě odpoledne dám, ale teď si každopádně udělat jídlo. Vařit si langoše, dát si to všecko a můžeme bavit dál. Takže zatím čus.